What's up, friends? I'm just over here warming up my pens because I didn't do that yet. I'm a little behind schedule today, as in I barely set up all my stuff by the skin of my teeth. By the skin of my Attack on Titan teeth. I hope you appreciated that face in my Twitter post. Hello, my dearest mods. I miss you. Hi, friends. Here we go. Paint pens, getting going. How's everybody doing today? Hey? Hello. Nim Sauce. Hello, Venom Hollow Slayer. Hello, Morenina. How's it going? Doing good? I'm doing good. I'm a little scrambled lately. Just like I'm leaving for Italy next Friday night. My friends are getting married in Italy, so it's kind of like I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. It's gonna be a scramble to, just get all the stuff done. You know how it is being an adult human. It's hard. I'm really excited though. I've never been to Italy. I've been to Europe. Come on, Jen. Come on. I've been to Europe, Prague, Germany. Where else did we go? Budapest. But I have never been to Italy, and I'm so excited to eat all the food that they have there. They're going to have no more food when I'm done. From Norway. Hello. Thank you. I got this at a convention because it looks like my cat's shoe. But I guess the artist modeled this after their own cat. And like every tuxedo cat must be the same little weirdo personality. Yeah, so if you guys have any hot tips about going to Italy, let me know. I'll be in Rome. We're staying on a farm between Rome and Florence, and I imagine we're going to go to Florence sometime within that week. That will be the wedding week. And then after that, we're going to Naples for a few days. So if you have any tips, any hot tips, let me know. Yes, Char13. My cat's name is Chou, but it's spelled C-H-O-U, like petit chou, like little cabbage, or chou à la crème, but that's C-H-O-U-X. Not shoe as in the thing you put on your foot. But I like to tell people that Chou chews shoes. He likes to chew shoes. So if you ever come to my house, don't leave your shoes lying around because he chewed right through my shoelaces. He's a bad boy. You also have a Tux cat, Frostgale 26. Aren't they the best? Aren't cats just the best? I only have 2, but I feel like I have like 6 because they're very demanding. They love attention and they love food. That's not the right one. So they're constantly haunting me if I'm in the house at all. Right now I'm in the garage signing because if I was in the house, they would be helping me. Your cat loves to bite off shoelaces too. It's a problem because mine will swallow them. He'll swallow fabrics and plastics. It's not great. Rome is nice to get ice cream. Sold. I shall get ice cream in Rome. I'm really excited about all the espresso because I am a coffee fiend and I hear that Italy has the best espresso. Of course. Eat the shoes before my cat does. I'll consider it. Okay, I got some pens warmed up here. I'll warm up others as I go. But I'm gonna oh, hi Adam, what's up? Doing the work. I'm collecting intel for the Italy trip. It's very important. All right, let me get started on this business. First we have a VIP order. I'm gonna do the VIPs first. We have an 8x10 Annette, the new one. You guys haven't seen this yet, check it out. Ugh, bad glare. Isn't she cute? All the treats I can eat in Italy. Yes. Sweets and treats and espresso. What color do I like to use for this print? Purple. I didn't get my purple one started yet. So this is for Mawa, M-A-U-W-A. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but if not, you can yell at me in the chat if you're here. Mawa. And the special instructions are the quote, "I won't let you take Ferdiad. I'll defend this place with my very life." That's how she says it in the game. She screams it at the top of her lungs. Who's played the Three Hopes game so far? Anyone? Did anybody get to the part where I sing weird little songs? Heat wave. Oh, yeah, we had a heat wave too. It's been hot everywhere. It's not great. Come on, purple pen. I was like, let's get started, and then I'm still getting my pens going. There's a song about a horse. Yeah, there's some disturbing music. So this time in 3 houses, they had the lyrics, and then they had like a sound track, like piano, for me to match the pitch of the song. But this time around, they let me just wing it. They let me just make up my own little melody. So that was fun. And I feel like it made it a little weirder. I signed your Smash Brothers poster. Good to see you, Zia Tandin Ho. Really good at reading screen names. All right, here we go. Let's see. I won't let you take Ferdiad. Ferdiad. To Mawa. Mawa, are you here? I stalled enough to give you some time to appear. I won't let you take Ferdiad. I'll defend this place with my very life. Sorry, I'm missing the chat because I'm concentrating so hard on this quote. Going to play it very soon. Okay, cool. I still haven't played myself. I'm behind in everything with my very life. The last game I played was Kirby, and that game is super fun. I like the ability to inhale cars. All right, Mawa, this is for you. I'm going to number these as I go. Don't let me forget to do that. This is number 7. Okay. And we kicked it off. First print is completed. All right, what did I miss? Ferdiad sounds like a fart if you say it really fast. I don't know what your farts sound like, but mouthful mode, yes. Kirby's so cute. You challenge me to a game of multiverses. You will win. You'll win. So we might as well not even try that. I'm really bad at fighting games, everyone. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm not going to say any spoilers, but there's some cool multiverse stuff coming out soon, so stay tuned. Okay, next one is a Nezuko, a double-sided Nezuko. I have these in my shop, in case you haven't seen them before. They've been around for a while. And Austin would like the cute side signed. And a quote, but not a specified quote. So that means I have free reign to choose whatever I wish. Haha. All right, to Austin. And I'm gonna put the quote. Humans are to be protected and saved. I will never hurt them. Hi, Lucky Beagle 101. Spoiler alert, both sides are cute. It's true. Even ferocious, I'm gonna kill you, Nezuko, is adorable. Come on, pen. See, this is why I should have warmed up my pens first. And this is why I'm fired from signing forever. Nezuko. All right, Austin. There she is in shiny gold. And you are number 14. Chat, do y'all have a game you've been enjoying lately? Asked Supreme. Good question. I offered my Kirby thoughts. I have so many games that I bought that are just sitting there. It's sad. Like, what did I buy? Pokemon. Is it Arceus? Is that how you pronounce it? That one. Hades. Had that for a while, sitting on that. Ori and the Blind Forest. Haven't touched it. They're such great games, and I'm just like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. All right, complete. Next is for Angie. And it's Angie's birthday. This is a birthday one. It's a Chibi Nezuko. Another cute print. Woohoo! Happy birthday, Angie. If you're here, I hope you have the best birthday that ever was happened. Oh, hi, Mawa. What is your handle? Satan Sedith. Sedith from Fire Emblem. Sedith is the only one that I got perfect tea time with, and I don't know why. What does that say about me as a person, everyone? To Angie. Angie. Happy birthday, Angie. Final Fantasy 14. Okay. All right. Wait, I missed so much. I'm just like, Kitty Clarissa. Wait, who was talking about Kitty Clarissa? Where did that come from? Epic 7 players. Anyone? Angie. My pen isn't working, Angie. I'm going to write that on here. Happy birthday, Angie. Hope you have an amazing birthday. Is Angie here? Is Angie in the chat? I hope I didn't miss your birthday. We've been trying to get this Carmen Sandiego signing happening for a while, so that's why it's taken me so long to fulfill these orders. We wanted to do a panel with some of the actors, but it's been really hard to schedule everybody because it's summer, people are traveling, people are working. It's just been harder than usual to schedule the panel, so that's why I just went ahead and I'm doing my own signing before the panel to get that out of the way, get these orders out for all of you who have been waiting so patiently. And hopefully we'll do a panel soon, but I'm, like I said, about to go to Italy, so I don't know if I'll be around. I just wanted to make sure I got this done before it's like the middle of October, you know. Oh, why this pen? Why? This birthday one's taking me so long because my pen is bad. I'm gonna draw a little heart. All right, I might need to start a new gold pen, but check it out. I did it. Angie, that's for you. Have I met Carrie Savage? No. Oh, it's the... Tall Man Toys, yeah. Wait, this year? Wait, where are you guys again? Tennessee? This is number 15. Did I make that up? Did I just pick a random state and that's not at all accurate? Next VIP is for Patrick. Patrick got one of my new Demon Form Nezuko prints by Vacuum-chan on Twitter. I love this because it looks kind of like a woodblock print art style. It's very traditional looking, and I love the color choices. Let's see. Patrick with a CK. Yes, in Tennessee. Okay, I did make that up. Just making sure. Blood Demon Art, Exploding Blood. Blood Demon Art exploding. That's what Nezuko sounds like. Are there any Carmen fans here? I just want to know if you saw my post of Raphael yesterday. Was it yesterday that I posted? I got him the jacket that Chase wears in one of the episodes of Carmen Sandiego, and it's great. And he did a little video wearing it, and you should definitely look at it. Okay, Patrick, that's for you. The bloodiest, demoniest art I ever did. Number 17. I voiced Misty Chain in Epic 7 too, right? Yeah, that sounds right. It's been a while since I've recorded. And also, what's his face? Haste? That's me. Okay, Patrick, check. Isaac also got a wee Annette 8x10. Here she is, ready to go. The K-pop jacket? Yes, the K-pop jacket. Somebody made that. Somebody on Etsy made that, and I purchased the heck out of it. I also bought one for myself because, you know, you gotta. To Isaac, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. Annetto. Isaac. There she is. Number 20. I have to read the numbers aloud just to make sure that I put them on there. Otherwise, I will forget and everything will be a disaster. Kitty Clarissa, just for the aggressive meows. That was really fun to record. I didn't know what I was going to be voicing. I think I had auditioned for Misty, and then they had me play a few other characters. And so, yeah, it's always fun to go into a session not knowing what's going to happen. I was, yes, I was Laphicet, but not the one that's in the party. I was the one that, spoiler alert, actually, I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't played the game, but at the end of the game, something happens with him. That version of Laphicet is who I am. Did I spoil it? It's a years old game. I probably couldn't spoil it, but all right, another Annette, but this is an 11x17. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, that one was 8x10. Okay, this is 11x17. 11x17. The big one for Nick. Nick wants the quote, "I can't let fear hold me back." It's true. To Nick. I can't let fear hold me back. You guys are good at finding quotes. Since this game, I haven't played this game yet. I don't have like a list of favorite quotes yet. But you're good at picking them. Oh, we met at Fan Expo Chicago. Nice. Thanks for coming to my little streamy. What was it like voicing Becky from the Casa Grandes? That was really fun. Hang on, let me number this before I forget. 22. Becky was another character that was super fun because I auditioned for her and I thought she was just going to be in one episode. But then they kept bringing her back for more and more. And she's like so aggressive. I would do an impression of her, but I might blow out the mic. An impression. I mean, I voiced the character. It's not really an impression, I guess. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I just like how aggro she is. And they gave me a t-shirt. Nickelodeon sent me a Casa Grandes t-shirt. It was so nice. Next one is for Dervala. Is that Dervala? Dervala? I don't know how you pronounce this name. I'm sorry if I destroyed it. And Dervala wants a sweet Nezuko. Let's see. No special instructions, so I'm just gonna sign her. I gotta start a new gold pen. This is not happening. And of course, I don't have any over here. The sigh. Secret stash under the table. Which characters do I voice in the Spider-Man PlayStation games? I voice a bunch of random people on the street. Wait, these are not the ones I want either. That one's good. Like, just people who are like walking by and they're like, look, it's Spider-Man, blah. That's it. NPCs. You know. All right, let's try this again. To Dervala, heart. And then I'm going to write a little quote just because there are no instructions and I can. Oh my God, this pen is so much better. Life-changing. Ta-da! So much easier. No, you know what it is? Like, the pens, I get them started, and then if you let them sit for too long without using them, the ink kind of gets dry inside the pen, even if you're not, using it. So, like, I try to save them because I don't want to waste them, but then if they sit there for too long, they're not good anyway. Have I met Sandy Fox? Yes, I have. Sandy is lovely. Have you met Sandy Fox? You should. All right. All right, the right number. Complete. Next one is for Luke, an 8x10 Annette. Miniature paints. Storing horizontally. I do. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Also, like, sometimes when I fly, if I have opened the pen, the pressure change will make them like explode if I try to use them again. So that's another fun adventure when it comes to signing things. Purple. To Luke. I did it. See, I'm a great fighter. To Luke. Ta-da. You interacted with her online. Okay. Maybe you'll meet her at a convention at some point. There it is, Luke. Number 43. Save the dinosaurs. How did you find that video again? sugar-free Monster. That's where I'm at today, you guys. If you were to buy a signed item, would I have to put my first and last name or just the first name? You can just put your first name if you want to. Some of these, like, people have put their first and last name, but I usually write to just their first name. But yeah, I don't think you have to put your last name. Yeah, check it out. See what the website lets you do. Bye, David Mzangi. I probably said that wrong. All right, we got Luke. Now we're on to Zach. Zach wrote a whole... Oh, we got a manga. So I decided to experiment and put some fun things in the shop. Among them are these. I got a couple of first issues, and I got a couple people who bought those. So this is new. Oh, Zach wants to be a voice actor. Good luck, Zach. It's not easy. I don't know. Sign inside the manga is a good idea, a good choice. And add any quote and add a heart. Okay, I'll do it. Zach, are you here? Otakon, I had an Appa phone case. I still have it. It's super busted. And fun fact, I'm getting a new phone and I already ordered the same exact phone case for it. I don't even have the phone yet. That's how much I love it. To Zach. I will write Vladimir Art. Exploding blood. And I'm also going to write good luck with VO, exclamation point. And then I'm going to sign my name. That's why I'm here. Nezuko. That's for you. I got it right? Yes. An African name. Okay, I thought so. I try, man. I try. It's hard when the person can't correct me immediately, though. They just have to sit there and listen to me butcher their name and cringe. 46. And manga for Zach. Complete. Oh, this one has no name, but they would like lots of special instructions. Posters, the double-sided Nezuko. And on this side, they want Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood in red, Signature in green, Nezuko Kamado in pink, 922 in green. That's a birthday. Okay, birthday. I was like, what is 922? And then a birthday greeting. Your birthday was September 4th. Oh, happy birthday. I don't have your name. So if these special instructions sound familiar to you and you're in the chat, say hi so that I can give you a proper birthday shout out because I don't have any name, but I'm going to follow all these instructions if I can find my red pen. Here it is. You meant D. Bradley Baker? Oh, yeah, he is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Also very, very kind human. Oh, I got gold on the table. He's one of those people who just like, I don't know, I aspire to be like him in that he has a happy and successful career, and he seems to be a very well-rounded, happy person. I once went to an animal sanctuary near my house, and I saw on the wall like all the donors that donate money to the sanctuary, and he was on there, and I was like, of course he is. He's the best. All right, Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood. Ooh, this looks cool. It's yours. Is it May Shie? May Shie? May Shie. May Shie. Happy birthday, May. That's your nickname now. Blood Demon are exploding blood in red. And then signature in green. I have green. Everybody wish May a happy birthday. It's your birthday too, Nala Fox. 2020. Happy birthday. Okay, I'm signing in green. And then what else? Nezuko Kamado in pink, 922 in green. Okay. All right, check my work. Did I do it right? There it is. The happy birthday print. And it is number 48. Yeah, everybody said happy birthday. Okay, I'm gonna have to scooch these down soon. Complete. Next is for Shimei. Shimei, it's also Shimei's birthday. Wait, that's you. You also got a Funko Pop? Is this the same person? I only asked because it's the same instruction, so it has to be. All right, just the regular Nezuko Funko Pop. You got it. So, front, signature in green, Nezuko with a heart, in pink. Right side, happy birthday. Shimei in pink, in pink. 22 in green, okay. That's a lot of instructions, but I'm gonna do my best. Signature on the front. Oops, I already messed it up because I signed it in pink. I'll fix that later. Okay, signature in green, and then Nezuko in pink. Nezuko with heart in pink. Okay. We gotta learn how to follow directions well. Yes. And when you're tired like I am today, somebody will tell me how to spell their name and I'll immediately spell it wrong. Just some days, some days. Usually Sundays, that's where my brain is. I don't know why I always do signings on Sundays because they're my most aloof days where I'm like the most space cadet-y, I would say. Anyway, right side, happy birthday, Shimei in pink. Happy birthday, Shimei. And in pink. Also on the side, I'm assuming. And 922 in green. Yeah, I think I did it. Okay, there's the front. There's the side. Hopefully that is to your liking, to your birthday approval. Sunday is a chill day. It's supposed to be, but I have a way of making my Sundays not chill at all. Like, I think that's my problem. That's my problem. Sunday's the day where I should be resting and, recuperating for the week ahead. But instead I'm like, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff and I'm never going to rest. And I hate naps. That's me. You're welcome. Happy birthday. Your Sundays are never chill. You can relate. I'm one of those people that I have a hard time doing nothing, which is why when I actually did get COVID, I kind of learned a lesson because I was forced to do nothing. And I was like, oh, I think my sanity needs moments like this. Anyway, Sundays are stressful because Monday comes next. Also true. All right, next one is for Allison. We got a little mini Annette. Little baby Annette. It's Annette time, is the quote. Good quote, Allison. It's Annette time. You have to go back to work tomorrow, Supreme? Boo. Krizar is good at doing nothing. I envy you. I'm like my dad. My dad is the same exact way. He cannot sit still. Can't sit still. Always has to be doing something productive. Or something that you can justify as productive, even if it's not really. Like, you can pretend it's productive. Like checking shows off your Netflix queue. That's his thing now. I have a hard time sitting down for too long doing anything. I showed you this, right? There it is. Sorry, I got distracted so easily. Okay, this next one is another manga, where did I put those? Here. This is for Hakon. Did I say that correctly? Hakon would like the signature on the outside cover. And that's it. Oh, you're from Norway. You're the one from Norway. Are you still here? Thank you for purchasing the manga. Have you read this first one yet, or how many people here have read some of Demon Slayer or all of Demon Slayer? That's you, Tahu250FF. All right, I think I like green on the cover because it pops a little bit more. I'm gonna sign in green. And then I'm gonna write a little Nezuko in pink. There it is. And just be very careful because this is paint pen, and on this glossy cover, it can chip off kind of easily. So try not to touch it a lot. Only the first couple chapters. Issues? Volumes? I haven't read all of the manga yet. I already know what happens though, because I had it spoiled for me. But I was trying to wait until the show anime comes out and watch along or read along. But now I'm gonna give up and read it all because it's already been spoiled and it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a while for the anime to come out, I realize, and I'm like, I can't wait that long to read this. That's silly. All right. There's that one. I'll put it right with the other. I'm running out of space for all my stuff. Okay. Wait, are these VIPs out of order? I don't know why this is number 1. Because I'm going in the order. Anyway. No name, but they want the mini Nezuko in a box, Funko Pop, this little one. And the instructions, Big Brother, I will protect you, for a quote. You're one of the only people who ordered a tie print. I think there were a few. I looked ahead. I think there's a couple coming up. Drawing of Inui as Mighty Thor. I don't know. Have I seen that? Did you tag me in it? Tag me in it again if I haven't liked it. So then probably haven't seen it then. You need Epic 7 prints? Yeah, I don't have any of those. It's hard for me to gauge what people want prints of, but I've been told at conventions, people want Machi from Hunter x Hunter, and now I have statues of her in my store, but I don't have a print of Machi yet. And then also people want Veronica from Seven Deadly Sins, even though I was like, she's not a hugely prominent character, so I don't think people will care enough, but people love her. So that one. And Maya Fey from Ace Attorney. I voice her in the game Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and lots of people want Maya stuff, and I still don't have a Maya print. Because at the time when those things came out, I wasn't really doing conventions yet, so I didn't think to get a print. And now everybody just yells at me about it. Just kidding. They don't yell at me. The game is small. There are a lot of fans, though. I just don't know how many of them want a print. Yes, I do. Only in the game, not in the anime. I voice Maya. All right, let me do this quotation. Big brother, I will protect you. I'm gonna sign it in green. The most obscure role that someone has wanted a signature for. Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Leg yarn. Oh yeah. You know what? I might be getting a leg yarn print. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I don't know when, but she's too hot. We gotta do that. There's the pop. If I would like to voice more superheroines, who would they be? You mean like Wonder Woman, etc.? I don't know. That's a hard question. I never thought I'd be voicing Wonder Woman in anything. Truly. It's one of just like it's such an iconic role, and it's just like a huge honor to be able to. I've signed some Wonder Woman things, and I still feel like a huge imposter syndrome signing anything, but it's really special. On the website, it says SE sticker. I have box lunch sticker ones too. I just got some box lunch ones in. So I think I have one special edition sticker left. And then I have box lunch exclusive stickers. So if you have a preference and you ordered one of these, let me know. Are you okay with this being the box lunch exclusive sticker? Person who ordered it? Let me know. I can change it up if you're hoping for the special edition. Energy. Oh no, what happened to my jams? My jams. Hang on. More jams, please. Okay. How hyped was Hector? He was really excited. Yeah, he's really proud of me. And he is one of those people who like, he makes me feel proud about what I do, because I'm the kind of person who I'm afraid to admit like when I have done something that makes me proud of myself. I was kind of like a perfectionist growing up, and like nothing was ever good enough, and I was afraid to be excited about any of my achievements because I was afraid that if I rested on my laurels, they would be ripped out from underneath me. So I have a hard time like just stopping and being proud of what I've done. And Hector kind of forces me to do that because he's so proud of me and I can see it in his face. And yeah, he's the best. Anyway, that was my little gushing about Hector, but I don't see any. Did anybody write notes about the Funko Pop? I'm gonna move on if we're all good. All right, I'm moving on. Then we have another Funko Pop. No name, but never let the kid die in you, quote in pink. Never let the kid die in you. You gotta appreciate the hard work you're doing. I know, I'm really bad at it. And I always encourage other people to do that because I think that you should. But for some reason, when it comes to myself, I have a real hard time. But I'm better than I used to be, for sure. My lips are so dry today. That's why I keep licking my lips like a maniac. I gotta get my skinny pink pen going here for the quotes. There we go. Bye, Tom Millennial. Thanks for coming to my stream. You're playing through Persona 5 Royale? Yes, I am the doctor in Royale. And that was a really fun role to play also. She's just so cool. She doesn't give any Fs. 0 Fs given. No name, right? No name. Yep, okay. Never let the kid die in you. I'm gonna sign it in green. Like Kimmy is a whole vibe. Yeah, she really is. All right, there it is. Very juicy pen. Gotta let these dry. Do not smudge. Number 10. I don't know how these were numbered. Like, these numbers are all out of order, even within the VIP orders, so I'm not sure what the system is. Okay, another Funko Pop. No name, but Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood in pink, Nezuko under signature in green. Nezuko under signature in green. If this is yours, do you want the signature in green, or I'm just gonna make it up. So Blood Demon Art in pink. I can do that. Yay, is this yours, Jelly Joker 01? Would you like the signature and Nezuko in green? Huh? I'm doing it. Oh, the last one was yours? Okay. This is a mystery, humans. They're gonna get what I give. I think that looks cool. Check it out. Number 25. So, is there anyone in the chat who ordered the Zach and Ivy print to be signed by both me and Mikey Holly? If anyone is here, let me know. Because I was going to save those to try to sign with him. There's only a couple of them. And this week he has to quarantine because his roommate had COVID. So he's quarantining currently. So I don't know when we would be able to get together to sign those. So I was thinking I might just sign my half today. If you're here, vote for it. What do you think? All right. Complete. Another Funko Pop for Jasmine. Jasmine, are you here? Oh no, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he has COVID. He just said he was quarantining. Or that was his excuse and he's just blowing me off. Either one. He could just be like, oh yeah, I got a quarantine. Sorry, I can't hang out. Have I ever done voiceover for a fast food commercial? Yes. What have I done? I've done McDonald's. I sang a McRib jingle for McDonald's. Done some just like, was it breakfast, McDonald's breakfast, something or other. I've done Caribou Coffee on the radio. What else? I've done 7-Eleven. I think. Yeah. I don't even remember now. Lots of random things that I never post about because I don't want anyone to know it's me. It's a secret. Yes, Jonathan 1234. Exactly. Is the Funko double pack a Target sticker? Let me check. Actually, I have them here. Ugh. Oh no. I didn't just drop everything. Yes, it is. Only at Target. And I have a few of these left in case you're looking for these. But obviously, I'm only going to sign my half. Zach Aguilar is not here. So you'll have to catch him somewhere if you want to get these signed by him as well. I'm coming back, I promise. I promise I'll return. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Here I am. The table leg is so close to the couch that it's hard to get it out of here. You can get your McDonald's breakfast poster signed by... Yes, you can. I'm sure a lot of other voice actors, have done commercial stuff that they don't talk about because it's commercial and it's supposed to be kind of, what's the word? Ambiguous. That's not the word. You get the idea. Did I do 30 for Jasmine? No. Okay, Jasmine wants Blood Demon art and pink paint pen. And then sign in green. I can do that. Got hair in my mouth. Blood. Jasmine, if you're here, do you want your name on your pop? Jasmine. Mysterious. Yeah, commercials are supposed to be mysterious. That's not the word. It's like ambiguous, meaning like not personal, not identified to a single person. I don't know. Yes, I have met Jeremy. She's great. Sign in green. And Jasmine, I'm going to write Nezuko in pink too because I think it looks cool. See? I'm a master of Funko popping. All right. Lewis wants a Nezuko, Ferocious Nezuko. And on side 2, Blood Demon Art, Exploding Blood. I'm going to try writing it in green. I like the way that pops on here. Any upcoming con appearances? Yes. Oh, sorry, did you want me to elaborate? 44. So when I get back from Italy, I am doing a signing at Arsenal Comics. Let me just go through my convention schedule. Arsenal Comics on October 15th. That's in LA. Phoenix, Arizona, the 22nd of October. That's an in-store signing. And then I will be going to Dubai for PopCon, possibly, maybe, yet to be confirmed. Then I'm supposed to be at Anime Pasadena, and then Fan Expo San Francisco, Thanksgiving weekend. I think that's it. I didn't schedule any cons for December. Yeah, Dubai. It's crazy. I've been to the Middle East once. I went to Qatar, or Qatar, as it's supposed to be pronounced, I learned. 2 years ago, right before COVID, I think. So maybe 2019. That was crazy. I was like, you sure you want me to come? I'm just a regular little person over here. But I guess they wanted me to come because of the Smash Brothers theme song. And they originally wanted me to perform it, but I would have had to get permission from Nintendo, etc. So I was like, if I can't perform it, do you still want me to come? And they were like, yes. So I went and I brought Hector. And then in Dubai, people recognized Hector because of his internet face. Yes, it's true. Rejector 71. Oh, you got an Inui. Sweet. Okay, I'll look for on Instagram. Yeah. He's got a good internet face. It's true. I did put the number. Yes, I did. Okay. Louis, check. Or Luis. I don't know. Could be that way. You live in Phoenix? Nice. You're meeting Keith Silverstein. Oh, where's Keith signing? Is he signing at the same place as I am? Are we signing together? That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. Sebastian's Inui. I don't think I took out any Inuis, so I'm going to go get one. I'll be right back. I'm not going far. All my posters are right behind me. In the secret cabinet. I don't know if you noticed, but Hector's hero clicks are in there. He has a lot of hero clicks. Do you know what hero clicks are? Because I learned fast. Bug snacks. Yeah, I want to stream more. I'm kind of in the process of setting up my streaming situation / house. We're reorganizing everything because my booth that I ordered is coming soon, and I'm going to get rid of the booth that I have, reorganize everything, move things to different rooms, and then hopefully I can have like a streaming setup so that I can just do that sometimes, you know. All right, Sebastian would like Office Inui. I'm the best doggo ever is the quote. Love it. Let's see. I feel like purple looks good on these. I don't want my little purple. Hero clicks. What is Battletech? I don't know what that is. Don't forget to drink. Thanks, Marybot. Drink energy drinks and get even more dehydrated than I already am. Yes, you can find these cabinets at IKEA. He's signing in Glendale. All right. Did I get the bricks booth? I sure did. So my current booth I'm borrowing from a friend who owns a studio, and he just had 3 of these giant booths in storage. Right before COVID hit, I was ordering my studio bricks, and they were like, "Oh, COVID, we can't ship anything. Everything's like production is stopped currently." And so I was like, "Oh no, what am I going to do? Because I don't have a booth, and I now have to work from home." So my friend lent me a booth, and because he wasn't using it, and it was just in storage, and I've been using it for the last few years, and it's been awesome. So I'm excited to get my studio bricks, but also the booth I borrowed is probably better quality than studio bricks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to her. It's a little too big. It takes up too much space in my tiny little garage. So hi, Anime Game Lover 63. Thanks for stopping by. COVID ruins everything. It sure does. It sure does. All right, I'm gonna get to Sebastian's print. Okay. I'm the best doggo ever. It's true. I love you, Nui. I wish she had her own show. There she is. 56. Hi, Azarix. I'm assuming you pronounce every letter in your handle, right? Complete. Still making our way through VIPs. So we are on Luis? Same one or different Luis? I don't know. But they would like this Nezuko and the quote, "Why are you the one always suffering? Why are all the kind people working hard to survive always the ones being trampled on? Why are all the kind people working hard to survive always the ones being trampled on?" Yeah, okay. Bullpen. Where am I signing in Arizona? Toy Temple? Toy Temple. In-store signing. It hasn't been announced by them yet, but probably will be soon, I imagine. You're welcome, Rejector 71. All right, to Luis. And why are you the one always suffering? Why are all the kind people working hard to survive always the ones being trampled on? That's a long quote. It took up Nezuko's whole box. Check it out. Do you have to put instructions when you buy a signed item? You don't have to if you don't have anything particular that you want. Like if you have a special quote or colors that you want me to use, you can add those special instructions. But if not, I'll just sign it and I'll write your name if you wrote your name to so-and-so. And that's the way of it. For John. Oh, this is a gift for John. So sweet. Meg, are you here? That's such a sweet gift. They're net fans, and they're doing an 8x10. Where is she? There she is. Library Fairy, is that you? Are you Meg? Okay, purple pen. Since there's no quote, I can do the big chunky purple. And no quotes, right? No quotes, right? Oh, they're both in the chat. John and Meg, hi. Y'all are so cute. Thanks for joining. I'm your girl. I can write it. It's not too late. I'm doing it. How's that? Woohoo! Okay. Good. Number 53. There she is, coming to you soon, I hope. All right, we got a Chibi Nezuko. And this is for Julian. Julian would like a quote or just some noises Nezuko would make. Yeah. Let's do it, Julian. Since this is a cute picture, I like to write little cute muffled noises. Check it out, Julian. How much longer can you Prince? Can you buy Prince? Can you get Prince? Until I'm done with this stream, and then I'm gonna close my shop because I'm leaving. So I will sign what I have here. I'm not gonna be signing the group Carmen Prince on this stream. So if you're waiting for that, I don't have those. I will sign those someday when I get back from Italy. But yeah, all other prints you can buy until I'm done with the stream, which I don't know how long that's going to take. I think I have 38 left. I better pick up the pace, you guys. I'm taking too long. Probably till like 5:30 or so. 5:30 or 6 maybe at this rate. Okay, we got a Tanjiro Nezuko. Somebody must have just ordered this one. Let me go get that one that I just put over there. Boom. Okay. This little one from Target. So this is for no name. Special instructions. In pink, signature in purple. You got it. And then you got to go find Zach. Get this signed by Zach. And I'm gonna write Nezuko in pink too, if that's okay. Ta-da! How's that look? And this is number 57. Help you find Zach. Good luck, man. No, he does a lot of events. And if you can't catch him at an event, sometimes he does things where you can do mail-ins. So if you already have this, you can mail it in and have him sign it. Boom. Ah, another Funko Pop. No special instructions, no name. So I think somebody just ordered this. So if you have any special instructions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sign her. I'm gonna write a little actually, because that's fun. It's also fun to say in a serious voice. Voila. Number 3. All right. That's for somebody who I believe just ordered it. And wait, what is this one? Hang on. This is weird. The number 3 that I just wrote on there just changed to 58. And I don't know why. Hi, Megastorm 6000. So we're going to change it to 58. I'm going to have to go back through these later and make sure that these numbers are accurate. Okay. So this one says 4, and I'm wondering if it's also going to change. No? Okay. So Alex got an Annette post skip. No special instructions, so we're just gonna sign her down here to Alex. Alex, are you here? That's right. You don't need special instructions, but if you want a quote or something, please write that on there. Otherwise, I might just sign it like this. And some people prefer that. They don't want a quote or anything. They just want the signature. That's also valid. In Washington? Wait, what events are you talking about, Zach? I'm behind in this conversation. Yeah, Zach is all over the place. He might be in Washington. I think he's done Unlock the Con in Seattle before. I've done that event as well. He might be doing that again soon. Just keep your eyes out. Follow him, stalk him a little. Okay. Huh. My signing assistant is being weird. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Let's see. Work is complete. We did that one. 58, yes. Weird. Hang on 1 second, guys. I just need to check on this thing. It's never done this before. The numbers are like changing on me. Unless it's because VIP orders are coming in and they're cutting off the other orders. Maybe that's what's happening, but they should still be in the queue in the same order, and they're not. All right, I'm gonna have to check these just to make sure I got everybody's order in after the stream. Next one is Brian. We got an 11x17 Warriors Annette. Ta-da! You feel bad for him, Megastorm 6000? Don't feel bad for him. He does it to himself, just like I do. It's my own fault. It's my own fault that I'm on running around all the time like a maniac. And Zach is the same. So he likes it. So don't feel bad. To Brian. Brian, are you here? Brian. He absolutely does it to himself. Truth. We all do. We make our own schedules when it comes to that stuff. For me, it's hard for me to say no to opportunities because I like meeting people and I like traveling. So when somebody's like, hey, Abby, you want to come to Dubai? I'm like, yeah, even if I am somewhere else the weekend before and it's going to be insane. You know, it's like, when else am I going to go to Dubai? Yes, sign me up. Ugh. All right, Brian, there she is. Complete. Okay, we got another Funko Pop. This is going to be raffled off to a student. That's so sweet. Yay. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love it. Love it. Okay. Then there's no special instructions, so I'm going to write Blood Demon Art on here. Aw, geeks, is that cool with you? Blood Demon Art, exploding blood, and then sign it. Just tell me. I can change it. Sweet. They're gonna love it. You must be a cool teacher. I didn't have a ton of cool teachers. I had a few. I had a math teacher named Mr. Google. Not even kidding. Mr. Google would give us candy if we got 99 or 100 on a test. So that was cool. And I was pretty good at math, so. You haven't met me yet? Well, hopefully someday. You'll have this until we meet to raffle off to the kiddos. Let's see. I'm doing my schedule for next year too, and I've already got some events booked. So I'll be to some areas of the country that I wasn't in this year, but I can't say any more than that currently. Okay. William got an 11 by 17 in net. This one, I'm not gonna lose. And thank you for your work on Annette. Oh, thank you for being an Annette fan. I love Annette so much. She's one of my favorite characters to voice for sure. Some pins. Ooh, what pins? Demon Slayer pins? To William. I'm not gonna lose. Gonna meet them in Philly, but you were busy with college and had burnout. I can relate. When I was in college, I didn't do much at all outside of school. I was a theater major, and I was also working in the shop part-time, the set shop at the school. And I was taking my senior year 6 classes. You're only supposed to take 5, and I had to petition to take 6. 2 of those classes were Japanese and Chinese, and I think French at the same time. And also I was writing my senior thesis. It was insane. I don't recommend that. Don't ever do that. I don't know how I survived that. I barely survived that. But yeah, take it easy, college kids. Relax on your days off. There you go. That's for William. Can you see it? The glare. I have my ring light right there, so it's like glare. 6 classes. Yeah. You know why? It's because I really wanted to take Chinese. My Japanese teacher at the time told me not to because it would be too hard to do both at once. And so I took Chinese. Does that make sense? I snuck behind her back and I took Chinese. And my Chinese teacher was so nice and so supportive. I really wanted to learn Chinese so bad that I couldn't take 6 classes my junior year. So I paid a grad student to read me a Chinese book so that I could learn first-year Chinese. Then I went to audit the class to see if I could make it into second-year Chinese with the knowledge that I had learned from that, just having this grad student teach me from this textbook. And my teacher, like, I was really skeptical. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to handle this. But my teacher was so nice. She encouraged me and she's like, you can do it. I know you can do it. So I took the class. I just dove into second-year Chinese and I passed. I got an A. So it worked out. Funny thing, Chinese is easier than Japanese because the grammar, for an English speaker, because the grammar is the same as English almost, but even simpler than English grammar, in my opinion. Pronunciation is hard, but I think I got away with it because I have a musical background. So when I had this grad student read me Chinese, I could memorize the tones and mimic them back to them at being a voice actor too. I had a good ear, so I got by. Crazy. And now I don't remember much Chinese, but I still really love Mandarin. Next one is for Kaden, a little Annette. Where is she? 8x10 Annette. Kaden, are you here? You were forced to learn Japanese, Chinese, and Filipino, or what is it, Tagalog? Do you remember, are you fluent, or is it like bits and pieces of everything? Kaden wants, I'm your girl. To Caden. I'm your girl. Hi, Red Leader 24680. This is for you. Ta-da! I did number that last one, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, these numbers are all over the place. I don't know what's going on with my... I think it might just be new VIP orders coming in, is my theory. What's my favorite short quote from Fire Emblem? From what? If we're talking Fire Emblem, I'm Your Girl is probably my go-to. I also write little bits and pieces of the steak song. If I'm going for a short, I'll just write steaks and cakes. You're fluent in Japanese, Chinese, and Tagalog. That's amazing. That's really good. You have a lot of possibilities that you can do with that. You can join the CIA. My dad used to want me to join the CIA because I was taking French, Chinese, and Japanese. I looked into it and I was like, you know what? Not for me. No. All right, I got another 11 by 17 in that for Jose and Catherine. Jose and Catherine, are you here? Are you here? To Jose and Catherine. American Sign Language, English, Spanish, and a bit of Japanese. Nice. I really want to learn ASL. I'm frustrated because I wish that there was a universal sign language so that I wanted to learn it so I can communicate with people from other countries as well. But yeah, I'll have to start with ASL. That's for Jose and Catherine. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my dad suddenly went deaf in 1 year, and it made me really want to learn ASL in case he went completely deaf or in case I went deaf, or it just made me think like, yeah, you can lose your hearing, like that can happen. And also it's a really cool way to communicate if you can't hear things like in a loud area or like from across a room, you can sign to people. And I just think it's such a cool thing. So hopefully someday I'll get that checked off the bucket list, learn ASL. All right, I got another 11 by 17 in net for Jaden. Jaden would like a motivational message. Okay. You love how cheerful and hardworking she is? Me too. Thank you. So you don't have to yell in loud areas, right? It's also, I just think it's really cool. I've been impressed with the amount of ASL characters in shows I've been watching this past year. Just, yeah, I love to see that. And I love to see actors express themselves that way through gestures and like, I don't know, ASL actors, like they emote such strong facial expressions. And it's like a whole other level of communication that I want to be a part of. I want to learn it. To Jaden. Motivational message. I'm going to write, I won't give up. And then I'm going to write, not in quotes, never give up, Jaden. All right, check it. No, ASL and media. Yeah. Does anybody speak ASL in Spanish? Spanish Sign Language? I'm just curious how close or how different it is from English. I imagine every language is probably just completely different. Okay, this is for Fang, P-H-A-N-G, Fang. I may or may not be pronouncing that correctly. 8x10 Annette. This one. Speak ASL. Sign ASL. Sign. I want you to sign. All right. No special instructions. So I'm just going to sign her. Okay, you speak Spanish, but not ASL. Is Spanish Sign Language called, what is it called? Is it HSL? Is it, what is it? Does anybody know? I should know, I don't. Early season of Star Trek, The Next Generation. Oh, I don't know if I saw that one. There she is. Chug, energy drink. Yeah, I don't think I saw that Star Trek, but now I want to. Next one is for Alex. I got another Annette. Annette's popular today. No instructions. Okay, Alex, this is for you. Jam plays games. Hi, thanks for joining. We're just signing some prints, etc. There it is, Alex, if you're here. Yeah, Monster. You know what's funny? These sugar-free Monster, like, I don't normally drink energy drinks. I think they're gross. But the sugar-free Monsters have, like, new flavors, and they're not horrible. They're slightly better than horrible, so sign me up. It's just Spanish Sign Language. Okay. Anthony would like a Nezuko with Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood. Anthony, are you here? Anthony's my older brother's name. Blood Demon Art. Exploding blood. Birthday greetings for your sister. Is it Jean? Happy birthday, Jean. When's Jean's birthday? That's for Anthony. Yes. When is Jean's birthday? Soon, or did it already happen? Okay, you got another Funko Pop. No name, but special instructions. Somebody was hoping to meet me at WasabiCon, but you were ill, not COVID related. Okay. I'm sorry you couldn't make it to WasabiCon. It was a good time, but it was a little crazy because they sold out. So it was like, it was so packed, and it was I think the con like tripled in size or something insane. They weren't anticipating so many people coming to the con, but it was a good time. Maybe we can meet some other time. When is Demon Slayer season 3 releasing? I do not know. I don't know when the dub is going to be out. Hopefully sooner than later. Okay, so no special instructions for signing this, and no names. If that was you, WasabiCon person, let me know if you want anything special in here. Otherwise, I have free reign. How's that? I think that looks pretty cool. Next playlist, please. Do I like to go to national parks? I don't really have time to go to national parks when I travel to conventions, unfortunately, but I love national parks. Yeah, this year I was like really hoping to go camping, but I somehow filled up my weekends with conventions, so I didn't have a chance to go. Now I'm hoping maybe next year I'll be able to go in like February or March. We'll see. To Sav, S-A-V, Sav, Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood on the Demon Form Nezuko. See, I'm gonna go green on this one. I like to use either green or the teal blue on this print. I think it looks cool. Blood Demon Art Exploding Blah. Are y'all excited for Halloween? I am excited for Halloween, even though I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm either going to have a party or maybe go to Mexico. What? Those are very different things. Hi, Matt J. Sauer. I am not done with conventions for this year. I'll probably be posting I just went through my schedule. I'm probably going to post one of those little, did I number this? No, I did not. One of those little, here's my appearances for the rest of the year posts sooner or later. But I've got more. Ooh, let me tell you. Just when you think she's never going to do a convention again, she does a bunch more conventions. Now we're at the Takemis. This is for Ryan. Ryan. Tai Takemi. Look at those shoes. I want them. Purple. Are you ready for a thorough examination? Good quote. To Ryan. None of those were the first weekend of November, right? None of what? Wait, what? I missed something. Ryan, there she is. The goth doctor. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Airplane miles. Yeah. Get them miles. Will I be part of Genshin? So Genshin Impact is unfortunately non-union, so it is unlikely that I will appear in Genshin Impact unless they decide to make it a union game. As much as it hurts my soul. Which characters give me the most trouble voicing at times? Oh. I don't know. That's a hard question. Like, every character has their challenges. Like, Nezuko is really rough vocally sometimes. Like, Carly from Back for Blood, I had to scream a lot because it's a horror game. So, you know, that. It's always rough on the vocal cords. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Genshin fans. Just tell them to make it union. Just kidding. Don't tell them that. They're not gonna do that. Next is for JJ. I got an 8x10 Annette. JJ. I'm assuming this is for JJ Abrams because I don't know another JJ. So JJ Abrams is for you. I'm nobody's fool. Good quote. And that's your favorite. Aw, JJ. I'm nobody's fool. Carly curses like a sailor too. Yes, and that's another reason why I love voicing her. She says the most F-bombs I have ever heard anyone in any video game say, and I get to say them. It's always fun. That's for you, JJ Abrams. I omitted your last name. I just wrote JJ. But yeah, that's for you. 23. So I think, but we're into the normal orders unless a VIP comes in. So that's how this works. VIP orders take priority. And I think that's what was pushing my things out of order. Yeah. This is for unknown, but they would like a Funko Pop with the quote, my day is going pretty good. I started cleaning out my garage because I'm going to put a new booth in here soon. And then I scrambled to set up for this signing. And now I'm doing that. And then I'm going to go to a goodbye party after this for a friend who is moving to Chicago. What a day. Okay, let me sign it in green, actually. No, I'm going to write the quote in pink, sign it in green. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Done. When did I join the union? I've been a union member for many years. And I've been trying to only take on new union projects. It's really hard because lots of non-union projects are cool and I want to do them. But I'm not supposed to unless, I don't know how much you know about the actors union, but there's a situation where you can go FICOR, which is financial core. In that status, you can do both union and non-union, but you lose some of your union privileges, etc., blah, blah, blah. It's a complicated situation. Anyway, that's a Funko Pop. Making a little tower on the floor of Funko Pops. It's your birthday, big bro, Nintendo Zero. Are you Nintendo's big brother? That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought there was only one Mr. Nintendo. Alex would like an 8x10. Annetto. And the quote, I'll use this to protect my friends. Heard about FICOR, but only from what I've heard recently. Huh? There's not enough Takemichi merch in the world. I agree. I found a really rad shirt, and I can't remember the artist's name right now, at a convention, and I bought the heck out of it because, yes, there's not enough Takemi merch. I'm like, should I commission another print? I don't know. I don't know. I'll use this to protect my friends. So I am signing fan mail. I am signing, so for those of you who are just joining and are like, what is happening? There's a website called Streamily. My website is streamily.com/Abby Trott, and I'm selling prints and other things like Funko Pops. There's some other random stuff in my store. You can buy them and I sign them and then they send them to you, and that's what I'm doing. The end. It's a nice option for people who miss me at cons or are trying to get presents for people or just want to, just want a signature and want to hang out on my chat. Cons are not for everyone, let me tell you. Oh, sorry, I got to show you that. That's for Alex. Your favorite woman in fiction? Wow, that's a lot of Takemi love. Oh, that was yours? What is it? Artistic Nerd 64? 64 is in N64? Okay, this is another one for Alex. Alex, are you the same Alex that I just signed an Alex print for, Alex? Alex would like, I'm your girl on this one. To Alex. I'm your girl. Annette. Yeah, same person. Ta-da! That's for you, Alex. Who's my celeb crush? My celeb crush? Oh my god, I don't know. Do I even have one these days? Who would it be? Right now, She-Hulk. What's the actress's name? Tatiana... I forget her last name. As She-Hulk. I think she's an amazing actor. I have a crush on her a little bit. Who else? Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard question. Thank you, Tatiana Maslany. She's just amazing. I haven't seen Orphan Black, but I heard that she's also amazing in that. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it now. I wasn't sure about She-Hulk, you guys. I was like, I don't know about this whole idea, concept. And then she single-handedly, well, it wasn't just her, it's also the writers. But they sold me. They sold me on that concept. Orphan Black, yeah. Must-see performance is what I hear. So, Alex, I wrote 27 on the back. Okay. Whew. Who are y'all's celebrity crushes? Do you have them? Okay, this is for Gala, G-E-L-A. And we got an 11x17, Annette. And we got I Came Here to Win, and that's what I'm doing. Erica Lindbeck. Who doesn't have a crush on Erica Lindbeck? Let's be real. Pete Wentz. Who's Pete Wentz? Sounds familiar. Aubrey Plaza. Okay. Haley Steinfeld. Okay. This is for Gala. I came here to win, and that's what I'm doing. Fall Out Boy. I used to have a celebrity crush on Matthew Bellamy. If we're talking about bands, Matthew Bellamy of Muse. But then their last few albums haven't been as good, so I'm so mean. I'm so mean. That was mean. I came here to win, and that's what I'm doing. Call out Matt. Pay attention, Matt. Matt. Lilmar Hernandez. Okay. I don't think I know who that is either. I gotta learn more celebrities, apparently. There it is. Ooh, you know who else I have a crush on a little bit right now? Michael B. Jordan. Also, apparently an anime fan. So if I ever meet him, I'm just going to be like, hey, I do voices for anime. You want to talk to me? You know, it's going to be super smooth and cool. And he's going to definitely want to be my friend. 28. Let's see. Still pending 20. Ooh, a lot of orders have come in, I think, whilst I've been signing. What time is it? Okay. I gotta keep saying I gotta pick up the pace. This always happens. Michael B. Jordan will ask you to hire him for anime, and I'll be like, oh, hi, Jeff. I'll be like, I don't have that power. I'm just an actor. So I can recommend you to some studios. You know. When did you get here, Jeff? Amy Adams. I'm just seeing your post. Amy Adams, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. He's super nice. Oh, that's good to hear. It's always sad when you hear somebody met a celebrity and they were not nice and they're like, oh, God. Yeah, that's happened to me at some of these conventions. I got to go get more Funko Pops. Be right back. Y'all keep buying the Pops. Don't worry, I'm not leaving the room. Just getting more Funko Pops. I would never leave you. Just gotta restock my Pops. Ugh, don't smash knee on table, and I did it. Okay. And there's the ring light. Yeah. It's like anytime I hold up a poster, it's just the glare from the ring light. I gotta get a better setup. Let's see, what are we putting on here? No special instructions and no names. So I'm just gonna sign it and maybe draw a little heart. I don't know. I'm a little slow on the uptake today and always. Kitties are good. Keiki was being extra lovey-dovey this morning. Right before my stream, actually, I was sitting at the table trying to like finish up stuff on my computer, and she jumped in my lap and she did not want me to leave, and I had to tell her that I had to come in here and sign. And she was like, really? Just want some butt scratches. And I was like, okay, I'll give you some butt scratches, but then I gotta go. And she was like, all right, I'll take what I can get, I guess. So that's what happened. Have I seen anything good on Netflix/Hulu recently? What am I watching? I'm watching Primal. Have you guys seen Primal? Oh, this season is so intense. That is for unknown person. So if you don't give me special instructions, somebody had a question about this, I'll probably just do something like this. If there's no name, just a signature. And maybe a heart, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like drawing a heart. Oh my God, Primal is so intense this season. I mean, the first season was really intense, but this season is even more intense somehow. Like it causes me anxiety to watch it, but it's also so good, and the animation is unbelievable. You have to watch it. If you have a hard time with blood, don't watch it. Don't do it. It's very bloody. This is for C. We got an 8x10 Annette. C would like a favorite Annette voice line from Three Houses or Warriors. Annette and Felix are their favorite couple, and If that doesn't inspire, they said, Professor is always good. I'm going to write a little bit of the steak song because I haven't done that yet today. That's always one of my favorites. See how much I can fit on here. There's already little music notes here too. It's perfect. Wait, I gotta write to C, C-E-E, to C. Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy. Yum! Musical note. Signed, my name, which is Abby Trott, Annette. All right, C, check it out. A little song across the top just for you. Do I play any? Oh, the Takemi figure. Yes, I don't have that one, sadly. I really want it. Maybe someday we'll get it, but it's so expensive that I have a hard time justifying. And my figures right now, I don't have displayed. I have so many Nezuko's and they're just stacked in a corner because I need to get a shelf for them, which they look kind of cool, honestly, all in a tower of Nezuko's, but I gotta like take them out of the box and properly display them. So that's a thing that needs to happen before I'm allowed to get a $500 Takemi figure. Anyway, was it Kizisalongongquin? Kizisalgongquin asked if I play any sports. I used to snowboard. I took horseback riding growing up and swimming. I just started playing tennis a little bit. So no, I guess is the answer. Not really. Not worth speaking of. Not enough worth speaking of. How have the cats not knocked the town? I don't know. It's like they don't go in that room very much, and if they do, they're usually running around on the bed because there's a fabric headboard on this bed, and they love to jump on it and crawl across it like little maniacs. So they're pretty distracted with that, I suppose. Wii Sports. Used to casually play badminton. I'm a casual badmintoner. We got a Chibi Nezuko print for Jason. Jason. Something special. I'm writing it in Nezuko. It's a really special message. This is what it says in Nezuko. It means live life to the fullest. Close. It's just a bunch of ums. But they have a special meaning. Complete. 32, okay. Now we have no name, 11 by 17 Annette. No special instructions. I shall sign her and write a wee heart. Who am I going to be for Halloween? I don't even know. I don't know. It's been a minute since I like making my Halloween costumes. And for the past few times that I've made costumes, I've done like Nintendo themed stuff. Like a few years ago, me and my friends were at Mario Party and I was Boo. So I made a Boo head and then I just wore all black. Before that, I was Recyclink, where I was Link, and I made my whole costume out of recyclable material. What else did I do? I feel like I made more things. One time I made a cardboard Batman suit. I really want to make a cardboard Samus, but there's no way I will have time to do that this year. Like, I don't think I'll have time to make a costume this year, especially since I'm about to take off for Italy for 2 weeks. So I might do something like I like baking. So I like the idea of like a 50s housewife style baker, but it's like really gory. So I might make some cupcakes that are disgusting themed with like fingers hanging out of them, and then wear a 50s style dress and just have like blood trickling down from my mouth. I don't know, something like that. I'm taking ideas, let's just say. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them. All right. This is for a no-name person. I wrote a little heart for you. Complete. Cardboard Samus sounds complicated. Yeah, it would be incredibly hard. Because it's hard to move in lots and lots of cardboard. So I'd have to make sure that like all the armor was still mobile. You know how she has like the big round shoulder? I would have to make sure that I can still move a little bit in that. And did I have 60% of a Takemi costume? I basically have the necklace, a lab coat. Yeah, that's it. And at the time I had short hair that I took that picture, so it kind of worked, but now we got one for Ivan, a demon, Nezuko. Ivan, are you here? Ivan with like the cutest demon sister in the world written on the picture. To Ivan from the cutest demon sister in the world. There you go, Ivan. There we go. You can see my ring light. Look at that. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Ooh. Where do I shop for fashion? All over the place. I got this at a convention. Is this fashion? The mall? I don't know. I do a lot of online shopping actually because I'm lazy. I'm like, oh, we don't have to go to the mall anymore. I can just click order and it comes to me. Perfect. Critical Role. When is my appearance incoming? I would love to, but you know what? Not yet. I'm not ready for that because I've never played a full game of D&D. I've only ever played like abridged versions with not quite the full rule set. So before I ever were to attempt something like that, I'd probably want to play a few games so I know what I'm doing. But I would love to play D&D. It's one of those things where it's like time. I have to find time, and then the time has to line up with other people's times. That's hard. It's hard these days. All right. To Hunter, we got another tie to Kimmy. Hunter would like me to write from your favorite doctor. I can sure do that. I will do it in purple. To Hunter. From your favorite doctor. Ooh, I might be invited to a D&D. I mean, I would definitely say yes. Doctor for your favorite doctor. Yes, okay. And then I'm gonna put a little heart, and then I'm gonna sign my name. You love when a D&D campaign has an ending? Yeah. I appreciate ongoing storytelling because it allows you to build on a character each week, blah, blah, blah. But It's also nice to be able to just wrap it up in one session. I feel like I have cat hair in my face, and I probably do because I have 2 cats. That's for you, Hunter. Hunter's first signed print ever. Beep. All right, we got another pop. No name, but Blood Demon Art Exploding Blood is the quote. Let me see. I'll do pink and green, of course. So anyone else have any hot Italy tips for me? I gotta take advantage. Who's been to Italy and what should I do besides eat everything? Are there any other archetypes? Are there any archetypes I want to play? I don't know. Do I get assigned a character or do I create my own character? I like to do comedic, kind of silly characters. That's not an archetype, but like if I were to be an elf or something, I would probably be like an elf who, I don't know, has some like issues with her mom and takes it out on random strangers. I don't know, some weird quirk that would just make a game weird or interesting. I don't know. A bard? I have played bards before. That's always fun because then I can sing random songs. A la Annette. Here's that pop. There it is. That could be a bard. A bard, a bard, a bard. Completes. All right, looks like I have about... What is happening with my... Something's going on with my app. It's not consistent. It's saying different things. I think I have 12 orders left to fulfill. We'll see. We'll see how this goes since things are weird. I got an order for Richard for an 8x10 Annette. A Boston bod. That would be really annoying. Let's see. Favorite Annette quote, please. All right, Richard. You're going to get, I'm your girl. There you are, Richard. What app? It's not an app. It's the Streamily on my iPad. I don't know if it's because I'm on my iPad that the formatting is weird or changing, but numbers keep changing, which I feel like is not an iPad issue. I think that is an issue with the setup, the website. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. As long as I get everyone's order in, it's all good. I just don't know what's happening with numbers. Like I'm supposed to go through and number these, but some of the numbers change after I check them off as complete. Don't know why that happens. So I'm going to have to go through and make sure all the numbers are consistent after I sign these. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll totally get your prints. No problem. And it's not just that. It's other numbers too. All right. We got a Takemi for Patrick. Patrick, art thou here? Wait, I don't want to use black. What am I doing? Purple. No special instructions. To Patrick. So then I'm going to write my little guinea pig, so I feel like it. I just realized on the last one I didn't write Ty. I gotta write her name. How's the signing going? It's going pretty good, except for some weird technical issues that may or may not be an issue. Are so weird out of context. They're weird. Yeah, they are weird in context too. I love Ty, but also I'm like, you shouldn't be flirting with children. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because they're like 18 or whatever. 17. I don't know how old they are. Dominic would like a one of these. No quotes, Dominic. If you're here, let me know. Think of the children. Yeah. To Dominic. Rhode Island Comic Con. Maybe someday. I would like to go to more conventions on the East Coast next year. I was going to go to Anime Boston this year, but scheduling didn't allow me to. I grew up in I don't live there now. I live in LA now. I grew up in Attleboro, Massachusetts. I was born in Providence, Rhode Island, and I would love to do conventions there so I could visit my family and friends. So we'll see. I'm sure someday it will happen. It's in November of this year, because this year is probably too late, but maybe next year. That's for Dominic. We got a Nezuko for Kyle. Kyle. Slowly getting back to cons. Yes, I very rapidly went back to cons, and I've been doing so many. Yeah. Warm monster. To Kyle. A quote. I will do Blood Demon art because that's my favorite quote for this print. That's for Kyle. Check her out. Nailed it. How did I get into voice acting? You're going to college for theater. Good start. And I'm trying to take more classes, but I have non-existent college income. Yeah, it's hard in college when you don't have any money. But there are lots of resources online. I always tell people, like, I want to be a voiceactor.com, run by D. Bradley Baker, is an excellent resource. Theater is a really good start. That's where I started. I was a theater major. I did plays for most of my childhood, probably about 6th grade onward. I was doing theater. And then I majored in theater, didn't quite know what I was going to do with theater. I did musicals and all that jazz too. But I moved to Japan on the JET program because I wanted to travel, and ended up doing some theater stuff over in Japan. That's where I first got voiceover opportunities, was because I was in Tokyo trying to do acting stuff. I was performing in some children's musicals, and my various agents would send me voiceover auditions for like promos, etc. There's so many different ways you can get into voiceover. There's not one way. It's just about honing your skills, learning as much as you can and looking for opportunities. And if you can take classes, that's great. But, it's not always the case. So just networking is another thing that's really good. Networking is such a broad term, but use your resources, as in, say networking, but I mean like if you know anyone who's in voiceover, or you have a friend of a friend who knows someone who's in voiceover, sit down and have lunch with them, ask them questions. When I moved back to the United States from Japan to pursue voiceover, I was trying to meet with anybody I could possibly meet with. Like my dad knew somebody who she was doing voiceover in New York, so I met with her. I actually took a class from her too at some point later down the line. He knew a producer, so I met with him for lunch, even though that's like he was just a producer for like movies, and I was pursuing voiceover. He was also somebody who knew how Hollywood kind of worked, and so I could ask him questions about LA. Just like use your resources, learn as much as you can. Don't be afraid to ask people for things, but within reason. As in like, I'll buy you a cup of coffee if you'll take some time to talk with me. And like, if people say no, don't be offended. People are busy and they can't always meet your demands, but it doesn't hurt to ask. It will never hurt to ask as long as you're polite. So that's my advice for now. Kira Buckland's Voice Acting Club. Yeah, that's all online. If anybody knows more about that, please post in the chat. I don't know. Does she have a Discord? Is that how they communicate? I don't know. Let me just make sure I wrote the number on here. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. To Crystal, we got a Chibi Nezuko. For Crystal. It's on Discord. Okay. Yeah, if anybody knows more about joining that community, please share that info. Kira is great. Where's my shiny gold pen? Oh, here it is. Crystal wants the quote, "I love sleeping." That's a great quote. I love sleeping. Crystal, if you're here, that's for you. I just take way too many classes and get in front of people that way. You do take a lot of classes, don't you, Jeff? I took a lot of classes too when I moved to LA, and like once I started earning income, because for a while I also had no money, and I really had to be, wise with which classes I chose to take. If you're looking to do voiceover, I also always say, don't discount commercial. Commercial is where it's at. You can make bank with commercial. I probably earn more money doing commercial than I do with video games and animation. So don't discount that. Also, some good commercial classes are Carrie Faverty in New York. She does online classes. She's really good. I took Roger Becker's class in New York, but I don't know if he's teaching anymore. He was excellent. And then once you've leveled up a little bit, Elaine Craig, who Jeff, you probably have taken her class. She's great too. She's also in casting, so she can send you auditions. So commercial. I put the number on. I did. Okay. We've got another one of these babies. Angel, draw a cat, please. All right, I'm going to draw a cat for you, Angel. Angel, if you're in the chat, let me know if you want your name on here. I typically don't write names on Funkos because people don't always want them on there. So unless you specify, let me know. But I'm going to draw a cat. Should I draw Cat Nezuko? Oh my god. I'm going to try to do that. Okay. Nezuko is again. Yes, pretty much. If you're looking for animation classes and you're in LA, because I don't think I took animation in New York, only took commercial. In LA, there's Charlie Adler, who's absolutely insane, but knows what he's doing. And there's Richard Horvitz, who I really like as a teacher because he has an actor's approach to his class, as in he's an actor himself. He's not a casting director, but he's worked in so much stuff, and he treats his class like you would have, like if you were, like I came from a theater background, so I could relate to his teaching style. That's what I'm trying to say. I appreciated his approach to character development, etc., and I appreciated how he got into character development and wasn't just like silly voices, because there are a lot of bad classes out there, guys. Mick Wingert, excellent coach. Was in his workout group for a while. I love Mick. He's so talented. Let's see. Who else? There's a lot of workshops that you can take, like one-off workshops with casting directors too, if you're able to get into those. Those can be good. I'm gonna put a little bow on this cat. You guys, wait till you see this. This is a work of art. Kind of looks like Hello Kitty now that I put this ribbon on here. Ooh, should I draw a nose or no? Is it cuter without the nose? I think I'm just gonna draw whiskers. But no nose, because it's cuter without a nose. Nezu cat. Yes, for dubbing, Tony Oliver. But a lot of people want to dub, so he's really good at directing, and therefore I haven't taken his class, but I imagine it's great because he's great. I'm gonna write Nezu cat under this. And then that's it. Those are the special instructions. And I guess I should sign it too. So that's what I came here to do. Nezu cat. That's what you can ask for when you come to my Streamily signings. That's the special bonus of Streamily signings. Live action dubbing. Oh, who'd you take live action dubbing with, Jeff? Ugh. More music, please. Jeff Howell. Okay, yeah, Jeff is great. I took a workshop with Jeff. He also knows what he's doing. Angel is complete. I wrote the number. I got Jake with a demon form Nezuko. Base one. Jake said, sign whenever you want to. So I'm going to do Blood Demon art because, like I said, that's my favorite for this particular print. Oh, nice meeting you in Toronto. Bonnie Canuck. Carrie's taught classes. I've never taken a class with Carrie, but she's directed me before, and she's great. Blood Demon art, that's what I was doing. I was like, what was I doing again? I'm getting to that point in the stream where I forget everything, including my own name. Blood demon, art, exploding blood. All right, Jake. Boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Lots of actors teach, yes. People have asked me also about teaching classes. I do not teach classes. I would like to someday, but I've decided that I'm not going to teach until I have 10 years experience working as a voice actor. I think I'm 7 or 8 years in, so maybe in the next couple years I'll put together a class. I was also particularly interested in doing kids classes just because I like kids. That's fun. So if y'all have kids and they want to learn voiceover, stay tuned. Someday I might teach. Good Lord, what's that going to be like? When I lived in Japan, I was teaching English and I had a real fun time, especially at elementary school. Oh my God, those kids were so cute. This pop is a little dusty. It's been sitting there for a minute. Just kidding. I think I just got this. I don't know why it's dusty. Perfect timing for Lily. Yes. Baby voiceover. Let's see. No special instructions for this pop, so I'm gonna write some ums and sign it and call it good. Been active since 2013. I mean, I've been working as an actor probably since about, it's hard to say because I was doing stuff on and off, and then I went on the JET program, so I was doing that and not really acting during that time. That was 2 years. And then I moved to Tokyo and I was acting again and singing. It's hard to say, but I'm counting my time working professionally as an actor exclusively with like no part-time jobs, etc. Like full-time voice actor. That's what I'm counting. I wonder if those kids in Japan still remember you. I know some of them do. I was in contact with some of the parents via social media. They kind of stalked me, but they haven't messaged me in a while. There's this little pop. Professionally. Yeah, I've been working professionally really since I was... the first professional gig I did. When I was 16, I was Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast in a summer stock show. Was I 16 or was I 17? Or was I 18? Maybe 18. I can't remember. 17 or 18. I didn't end up doing one of the shows though because my appendix burst. That took the wind out of my sails. But that was my first like paid touring theater gig. But then I went to college and I wasn't working professionally. I was doing stage shows in the school, you know, those theater shows, but I wasn't paid to do those shows. Yeah, I didn't work again professionally until after I graduated, so it's hard to say. Sure do love it when your appendix bursts. Yeah, that was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was bad. And I almost died. But I didn't. That's the important thing. Applying. You want to go to Nagasaki or Aomori? I lived in Akita, which is the ken right below Aomori. And Aomori is beautiful. So is Akita. You probably will not get your pick if it's like Nagasaki or Kyoto or Tokyo. The major cities tend to, I don't know. I don't know anyone on the JET program who actually got their city, but I also don't know anyone who was like terribly unhappy about where they were sent. Because I feel like people who apply to the JET program are pretty open-minded to going to wherever. Because you're going to Japan and it's pretty awesome no matter where you go. Akita was in the middle of nowhere, Inaka. I was in a town called Yurihonjo. So not even in Akita City. I was in Yurihonjo City, which is a very small city south of Akita. And yeah, it was great. I sang a lot of karaoke, including in front of my students. I sang a performance of Mikazuki, which is an Ayaka song. And I was so nervous because, like, performing in front of, like, kids is one thing. Performing in front of a bunch of teenagers is another. It's a whole other thing. And I was, like, so nervous because I didn't want to be judged by these punk teenagers. But they were fine. They were nice kids. I'm just being melodramatic. Okay, I just got another one of these mini Nezuko's, and I think... Wait. Where'd the 61 go? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure the number just changed on the one that I just did. 6154. It did. This is crazy. I'm going backwards just to check. Hang on, you guys. Hang on. $54. Okay. Okay. So then this is a new one. Hold on. Hang on. Okay. I need to go get one more. Wait, no, I have more here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Anything I want to write is the instructions. And for this one, I'm going to write, humans are to be protected and saved. I will never hurt them. You want to visit Japan, but you don't have the money. It's pretty expensive to travel right now, I feel like, anywhere. It's airline tickets are kind of rough, depending on where you're going. There are cheaper ways to do it. Wait, for Derek, there's no name on this one, so it just says anything you want to write on this one. Is this for Derek? I don't know. I've been on a lot of planes this year so far, and I wear a mask the whole time just because, like, I'm not ready to go maskless, especially when you're in, like, a confined space with so many people. Like, I have eaten at restaurants, stuff like that, but when it's, like, a convention and there's, like, a billion people there, I'm still wearing masks. Yeah, it's hard to navigate. It's always going to be a risk, and it's like, how much risk are you able to take? Do you want to take for any given situation? There it is. You still mask at cons? Yeah. I mask most places I go. I'm still one of those. Because it's also like, if you get COVID, you can't do voiceover. And funnily enough, when I did get COVID earlier this year, pretty sure it was from a fellow voice actor who I had dinner with. And we were in a closed room, like separate from everybody else. And then it was just like me and a few other voice actor friends. And then one of us got sick. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I got sick. And I was pointing my fingers. But you can't blame anyone, because it can come from anywhere. It's terrifying. Wait a second. I'm all done. I'm done. Next unsigned orders. Okay. So these other ones I have. Let me see. No, I don't want to do those. Okay. So I think I said for these Ivy and Zach ones that are to be signed by both Mikey and me, I'm going to go ahead. I really wanted to do a stream with Mikey and sign them together, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I'm going to try to sign these now for those of you who ordered those. Let me go and check on that. See, I'm done for now, but then I'm not done for now. I'm going to go to, just talking aloud, Abby and Mikey. Okay. So I have one for Mark. And Mark wants Wicked Awesome. So I'm going to write that one to Mark. Wicked. This way, in case we can't meet up, you'll get your prints not like a year from now. I'm just going to cover my bases. Mark. Okay. So I signed my half. Ta-da. And then this is a special number, AM1. And then I have one more of these. This is for Michaela and Nathaniel. Just a message for me. Oh, you met me at a convention last month. And I told you about the Streamily event. And you just wanted to say it was great meeting me. Oh, it was great meeting you too. I hope I get to get Mikey on here so that we can, you know, be goofy together. Updated booster before Italy. I tried to get it last week. I made an appointment and then I showed up and they were like, we don't have them yet. Come back next week. So I'm going to try to show up randomly this week and we'll see if I get it. It would be great. So this is for Michaela. I said Michaela. I think it's Michaela. And Nathaniel. 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 Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm gonna write, you are wicked awesome. Because it's true. And then hopefully we'll get to do this Carmen panel. I really hope. That's for y'all. Plenty of room for Mikey to write his shenanigans over here. I still have to cut this white thing off the side. Misprint. Or I guess they just didn't cut it all the way. Anyway, I gotta write my number. Don't forget the number. AM2. Okay. And then eventually I'll be doing the group prints as well. But I don't have those yet, so I'm not gonna do those today. All right. So I'm going to close my shop. Just make sure I don't have anything else sitting in the queue. Okay. Right. I don't want to like close the shop and then realize that I didn't sign somebody's thingy, and then it would be terrible. Just terrible. I'm gonna check my orders. Okay, I think I'm good. Just the Carmen group prints that need to be done. And okay, yeah, we're closing up. Boop, closed. We did it. Yay. Hi, David Barriga 25. How's it going? Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for wishing me safe travels to Italy. I'm really excited. Yeah. I don't know when the next time I'll be doing this is. When I get back from Italy, hopefully I'll be able to do the group ones in like a quick signing. If we haven't sent these out yet, as in if Mikey hasn't signed them yet, I'm going to wrangle him. I'm going to do like a quick stream where we can just sign these couple prints together because that's always fun. Yeah. Thank you to my mods for joining me today. I know I've been a little random, so I appreciate you hopping on. And yeah, you know, Mikey Holly voices Zach. This guy, you know. Oh, Michaela, yay! My favorite Carmen moment. Oh, I have a lot. Oh, first of all, I love every moment where Zach and Ivy are just arguing, just like being mean to each other. I love the moment towards the end of the series with Carmen and Ivy on the bridge in the like factory. I think that Ivy has a big crush on Carmen personally, and that's a great moment. I love the scenes with Shadow-san and Zach when Shadow-san breaks his leg and Zach is just like, he can't escape Zach, and so he's just being tormented by him. So many favorite moments. Do you have one? Slip it in the chat. Watching Demon Slayer. Yeah, baby. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Still give me more warning than Zach does. Oh, do I, Supreme? Is he that bad? Ooh, I kicked the table down. I thought I was pretty bad when I'm just like, and this day is when I'm signing. But yeah, the karaoke episode. That was so much fun. So much fun. Next act, maybe Nezuko will say some things. Who knows? We'll see. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see y'all sooner rather than later on my streams. And yeah, take care. Take care of yourselves. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Okay, bye. Bye. See ya.